I'm going to explain another selection tool in Photoshop based on color. We have a beautiful picture like this one with a pink background, and I want to select or cut out this subject. Simply, I can use color range. Make sure that your layer is selected. Go to select, color range. We have three tools here. The first one is to select the color. The second one is to add to your selection. And the third one is to subtract from your selection. I'll make sure that this tool is selected and I'll press the background to tell Photoshop that I want the pink. Now, the pink background has different shades. That's why I didn't select it all. So I want to add to that selection. I'll use the second tool, which has a plus sign, and continue pressing on the background to tell Photoshop that this is the color that I want to select. Most of the background now is black. However, I want to add the shadow. So I'll add to it as well. I'll continue adding until I feel that it has a good selection. Before I press OK, I want to explain the other tools or the other options. The Fuzziness Slider, I usually keep it at 40. It usually controls the fall off beyond your selection. What does that mean? You can notice here that the selection is purely white. If you increase the Fuzziness Slider, it went from white to a bit grayish and grayish gradient. And as I said, I usually keep it at 40. Regarding this section, you can choose to either see the image in your preview or the selection itself, which is this one. The last option, which is the selection preview, you can choose it either grayscale, black matte, white matte, or quick mask. I usually keep it at grayscale. Once you're happy with the selection, I press OK, and you have a selection right here. I'll add a layer mask, and you have a cutout. However, it's not 100% perfect. I'll explain why. If you isolate the layer mask by pressing Option or Alt, and on the layer mask, you can see that the lollipop is not 100% opaque. To fix that, make sure that you're selecting your brush by pressing B. Make sure that your foreground is white, and start painting the lollipop. I'll increase the flow a bit. And I painted the lollipop white. It means that it's 100% opaque. If I go back to the layer, now you have a perfect selection. I went and I added a white background to show two problems with this selection. I'll zoom in. First, you can see that there's a pink tint in the shadows that we need to fix, especially if you want to put this subject or object to a different background. Let's say a green background or a red background, for example. The other problem is if you see the edge here, it has a blackish color and pink as well. To fix the first problem, I'll add a layer, empty layer. I'll clip it. And I want to select or sample the background color. So I'll press Option or Alt and I'll press in the background color. I'll choose my brush tool, reduce the flow to around 10 or so, and start painting. After you're done, change the blending mode to color. And you're done. You fixed the first problem. The second problem, you can also tackle it the same way. I can paint the edges to remove the pinkish discoloration. And the second step is selecting the layer mask, go to Properties, press Select and Mask, and you can play with these sliders. I explained these sliders before, so I can feather it a bit and shift the edge inside a bit. And now you have a perfect cutout.